Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage. My name is Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube, and I use spirits, my intuition, the tarot to communicate energies to you guys, most amazing, beautiful viewers. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I'm so thrilled to have you here today, and hopefully this message resonates for you guys. Those of you guys returning, I'm so blessed, so grateful that you found your way back to me again. I truly, truly appreciate all of your support on this channel, and I do hope the messages resonate for you as well. You guys are all very safe and welcome in this space with me today, and I am thankful to have you guys here. We have a pick a card today, and we're asking Spirit for the next big blessing coming into your being energetically. Now, this isn't just a big blessing. I'm asking for the next major blessing coming, okay? So hopefully we get some timeline as well. I'm not sure whether we'll get specific with energy. It's difficult to pinpoint, although it is the next major blessing coming into your energy field, okay? So the only way to know if the pile is your pile is whether you resonate with that. So there'll be something you'll see, feel, or hear that will confirm to you indeed that the pile messaging is for you. So tune into your intuition, and we can tune in together during the card layout. Now, I will put the timestamp for these three options in the description box and in the pinned comment below. It will take you directly to your pick, and from there you can tune into your intuition, or you could go straight to the reading if you feel as though your intuition is sharp enough to tell whether that messaging's for you or not. Okay, so pile one, we have this beautiful labradorite cloud. Absolutely gorgeous. Labradorite's one of my favorite stones. We have this bug. It kind of looks like a totem bug on this palm stone. This green palm stone. Beautiful. For option 2, and for option 3, we have this white stone. Looks like a river stone heart for option 3. All right, so 1, 2, 3, and the timestamps will be below, and I will see you guys at your pick. Hello, my gorgeous angels. Pile 1, you guys picked the labradorite cloud with the beautiful iridescence. So let's take a look. Pile 1, what is your next major blessing right here, right now? I don't know for timeline if we're going to see when, but this is the next major blessing coming into your energy field. Now, I did ask Spirit for this to be a major blessing, not just a big blessing, but major. So this could certainly be a ways away. It could be you're in it right now. I don't know. That's up to you to use your intuition. What you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether this messaging is feeling right for you. Okay, so we're going to lay out these cards. I have not looked at them, and we will tune into our intuition together. If you want to skip right away to the reading, you can select the main reading and the timestamp, and it will take you directly to the reading. So let's get into it. So we have 18 with retreat and the ladybug. Ladybug is all about fortune. Ladybug, I'm getting Jupiter energy, Sagittarius and Pisces. All about luck. We see the key here, all about knowledge, solutions, and answers. And of course, retreat is pulling away. A retreat could be solace. A retreat could be peaceful. A retreat could be disengaging. Actually, I see another key here as well. So we have 2 keys. All right, so ladybug, number 18, reduced to the number 9. We have 19 with 10 reduced, and it says wake up call. You are about to discover your life purpose. Wow, that's pretty powerful. Okay. And we have 38 with time to lighten up. 11. So we have 9, 10, 11, all in succession. You may be taking life too seriously, it says. Keep going. We have from the Akashic Tarot, fated meeting with the number 7. And look at the clock here. Divine timing. And then we have what looks like a bride and groom or a couple meeting at the clock tower. Fated meeting. Okay. Now for the tea leaves, we're not going to take the words so literal here, okay? This is more energy that we pick up from the cards. So do not take anything literal unless you, of course, feel like it is a literal message for you. We have the turkey. Someone is behaving stupidly. And we have older man. Dealings or relationships with an older man. We have spirit of family coming through. See a couple of goats. I'm getting Aries energy. I'm also getting Capricorn energy here. Spirit of family. We have commitment. You dedicate yourself to your beliefs wholeheartedly, knowing that love is the essence of your very being. And we have courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Beautiful. And we have energy. Feeling a strong Leo presence coming through here. We have soul time with the number 40. The frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge, one that embraces the concept that while the corporal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. Wow. Powerful. We have a key here with the number 45 or the number 9. So we got 2 9s here. And now we have 3 keys here. So you had 2 keys in that retreat card. Okay. We have Angel of Love with 49. Number 13. Okay. Angel of Love. And we have Soul. Oh my goodness. Soul time and Soul. You guys, look at that. And we have Struggle. And finally, we have Unmarked Trail with the Revelation 57. Or the number 12. Wow, look at guys. 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. I don't think I've ever had that happen. We have 7 here and 4. Okay. This is interesting. 2 9s. Okay. So let me sit with this energy. You can skip ahead to your main reading. And let's see what your next major blessing is coming through here. Okay, pile 1. I feel as though with the struggle and the time to lighten up, I feel like things haven't been very easy here for you. And I feel as though potentially maybe you've been feeling like, I don't know, aimless is kind of a word that's coming through, or maybe like whatever is going on in your life, there seems to be like a feeling of chasing one's tail or something that's not producing any sort of fulfillment. And I feel like it's been like this for some time. And so it's been very difficult to just engage in the world here, I feel. Relationships, your day-to-day functions, maybe you're getting really just kind of tired of the same old. And I feel like what Spirit is showing here is that there is a point here where you either go away for some time, like a vacation, or you pull out of your daily habits or your daily functions. And I don't know how long this is. This is going to happen for all of you guys differently, depending on where you are at this timeline. But when you are in this space there is going to be a significant sort of encounter here. Okay, now for some of you guys, it could be engaging with someone that you don't know, like, at all. Okay, this could be an older man. It's showing here as a masculine energy, somebody older, but I feel like the older man is somebody experienced here that's going to connect with you, that's going to provide you some insight here. And I feel like you're going to have some insight in regards to your past that's going to make you see things completely different. And it's like an aha moment. You're going to have a revelation, an epiphany in regards to what's going on in your life. And you're going to re-engage differently. It's going to make a profound sort of impact on your life. Things are going to make a whole lot of sense here for you, where now you come back to your life, your world, and you make big changes. So wherever you are feeling at the mercy of the universe, at the mercy of what you were having to do or needing to do, I feel as though you come back with empowered, with a new understanding of your I am, which is you being the creator of your reality, you being in tune with what exactly it is that your life purpose is calling you to do here. Okay, so I feel like the energy that's spent in trying to figure out worry, trying to upkeep maybe, I don't know, like someone else's expectation for you, or your own expectation of yourself based on conditioning, or your own energy that's expent in things here that I feel is either heavy or just mundane, or making you feel like what's it all kind of for. Now this energy I feel is freed, and I feel you're connecting to yourself on a deeper level, that you allow what is to sort of play out in a way that frees you of any sort of thought that's restricting you, or any sort of thought that's making you feel heavy or worry or guilt, or that you should be somewhere else or doing something else. Because I feel like now you have an understanding of where you're supposed to be going and doing. And I feel like up until this fated meeting, or this point in which I feel this conversation, I do feel there's another person involved that gives you some insight. And they might not be specifically talking about you and your situation, but I feel like it opens the door. Okay, I feel it opens the door to something that I feel you've either attempted before unsuccessfully, or you've tried before. You've been trying to find a way to, I don't know, like get something off the ground, or to pull yourself out of a situation, or to start moving in a direction here. I feel has been difficult. It's been like it didn't matter what you sort of did, you always seemed to be stuck in the same, or there was always a challenge that's always seemed to kind of keep you in the same. So I feel like this meeting, I think this is the final sort of answer you've been looking for, okay? But it comes from within, but it's because of this epiphany and this conversation and this meeting, okay? So now this could be a meeting with someone that is in the field in which you're, you know, going to direct your energy towards. So let's say you wanted to write a book and you never really came around to the next step of it. You meet someone who's connected to the publishing world. You know, if you were trying to put together I don't know, like a piece of an album or a piece of art or some portfolio, you come across somebody who's involved in that sort of world, who gives you information that allows you to see the next step here. I feel like it's kind of the missing piece here in order for you to say, oh, okay, like this is my next step. This feels natural. This feels like it's exactly what I needed to hear, exactly what's going to sort of free me of feeling sort of like this was going nowhere, or that this album, this piece of art, or my sort of whole purpose in investing in this thing that I was trying to take off the ground or move forward with was just, you know, me spinning my energy, and that it wouldn't amount to anything greater. And Spirit showing her that this is going to amount to your life's purpose. This is going to open the door to the next major phase in your life. And I feel like there was divine timing certainly in play. And I feel like up until now, the universe probably seemed as though it was maybe getting in the way of this door opening. And so a lot of you guys might have given up, or might have tucked away that project, or might have just succumbed to the fact that nothing was going to sort of blossom in that area. So this is going to completely turn this over to a new energy in which you're going to see how it could become possible. Okay, and I feel like it is just based on an encounter here that's very divine. Okay, fated meeting. We have Jupiter, which is also the Wheel of Fortune, which is also about fate. Okay, with the ladybug. And to me, the ladybug is like a lucky sort of event, like the universe getting involved to sort of put us back on track here. And so I feel as though this is certainly opening the door to this next possible thing here that's going to, yeah, be the direction in which maybe you've had a hard time seeing or believing or just trusting that it would happen for you. And I do feel as though in the past there's been attempts, you know, and maybe they were failed attempts, or just opened up doors that didn't really go anywhere or lead you anywhere. So something is either resurfacing here, or at least it's now, you see it as a possibility here. So I feel like there's something you've been doing that might have been, I don't know, needing, I guess, reflection, or needing tweaking, needing changing in some way here, okay? Like, I feel as though there's some past action or some thing that you didn't realize was that you were doing that prevented this from moving forward. And I think it's something very easy to look over. I don't know, like, that's coming through here as something. So it's either you were trying to get your book published with the wrong sort of entities, or engaging with people from a different sort of book stream. Like maybe you were writing, I don't know, like fiction or horror, and the people you were going to were people who publish documentaries and like real life, and maybe you were consistently maybe going down this path, unbeknownst to you that there was an actual group of publishers that were looking for nonfiction or horror or whatever. Like, this is just an example, okay? I feel like there was something you were engaged with here, trying to make happen, or trying to, yeah, like do. And I feel it was discouraging because I feel like you weren't getting results. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you just put it away and started to just find the whole process kind of mundane, focusing on things here that seemed like it was just an energy suck here, and that whatever you had envisioned or what this was about just seemed like it was something that wasn't going to happen or take off. And it could be something very dormant, you know, for quite some time now. You know, I don't know, that manuscript that's been sitting in the attic, or that idea that you shortly lived for some time and just didn't make much of it because it just maybe flopped. There's something here that certainly you're not even seeing right now as a possibility or probability that's quite huge, because it is impacting the next phase of your life. And it's just tweaking this one thing, or this piece of information, this realization with this person, okay, with this person that gets you back on. And I feel like Spirit's really showing whatever struggles you have right now, because I feel it's a struggle when we're engaged energetically in things that don't feel aligned to our soul's calling. So if you're involved in a 9-to-5, or you're engaged in some other field, it seems like a mismatch. And it's very heavy here, and I feel like it's draining on your energy, and I feel like it felt like it was getting in the way of you being free and accomplishing something other than this. And so this removes this block, this removes this need to engage energetically in something that's not aligned. It's a mismatch here. So I feel like the universe is coming in here divinely at a certain time here, intervening, pulling you out of that lower energy that's misaligned and pulling you into your life's purpose here. And I do feel it goes from, I don't know, like I feel like right now maybe there is pressure or worry, but it's the wrong kind of energy that you're having to deal with, where now you're engaged in something you enjoy, you know, where the worry or the pressure is the fun kind, or the kind that makes you want to get up in the morning. So I don't know if you guys have been sucked out of like your life energy. I feel like your desire, your energy here might be at an all-time low, or you've been living in some, I don't know, like some sort of misaligned rat race that didn't seem to be going anywhere. It was just engaged in someone else's sort of play. And now I feel like you are about to embark on something that is more aligned to your purpose. And there's a message here coming through that to take that first step, or to take this knowledge and to make that first call or visit or step, whatever that step is going to take a little bit of courage here, because I think there is a little bit of what we've experienced in the past. There's a little bit of, what if this fails again, or what if this doesn't work, or a little bit of doubt here, which is normal, although I feel like we have to overcome or turn this into something that we accept that there's doubt, or we accept that there might be a little bit of fear, but do it anyway. And like, we have to take that step, okay? Like, the universe can't take that step for us. It can only put the information in front of us, give us the key, the knowledge, make it clear to us, and then it's up to us to take that key, open that door, which is the first step, the call, the meeting, the digging that out of the box from the attic, whatever the thing that comes to you. So be aware of that conversation, that epiphany, that realization, because then action is needing to be taken. And I feel like this aligns you to your life's purpose. People are going to start to enter your life that are aligned with this journey, okay? So it'll be people, situations, environments that slowly start to reflect this part of your life that's leading you down a different path here. So this is a very specific message, but I feel like because this is a major blessing, I feel like this is something that in your dreams you probably hoped that something would line up and just completely gave up because maybe it just seemed too good for something like this to align. Maybe it just seemed like it was a wish and a hope of something that, I don't know, like mentally you thoughts that would never really come true, or things wouldn't really align in this sort of way for me, so it never really came to fruition. Okay, but now I feel like this is coming to fruition. Now is the time. So we're gonna ask Spirit for just a deeper dive here. Am I missing anything, Spirit? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of beautiful pile 1. What am I missing? Any questions that they have that I might be able to answer here in regards to the next major blessing for pile 1? Please protect me, Magician. Beautiful. Protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile 1. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, pile 1, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. I'm truly blessed. A deeper dive into the next major blessing. Any idea on timeline, Spirits, please and thank you. We have 3. Okay, so the only card showing itself is the Magician. So something that is in the ethereal realms. It hasn't manifested yet. We're pulling from the dream, the desire. We're pulling from as above, so below, making it happen in the practical world with the Magician. So you're about to manifest this thing, okay? This book, this publishing deal, this thing is actually going to be manifesting in front of you. You're going to make this happen, okay? But you have to be the master magician here, and it says you have everything you need to make this happen. Once you get this information, once you're privy to this revelation or this fated meeting that then makes you aware of what you're supposed to do or what you're capable of doing to make it happen. Because I think this thought never crossed your mind. And I think it's retweaking maybe differently what you might have done in the past, or something that becomes very clear to you. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's why it didn't work, or that's why it didn't go anywhere, or that's what I should have done instead, or that now makes sense. It's that kind of an energy that's coming through with this turkey. And I do feel as though it's like a relief here, because now you're like, okay, like this makes sense, and this will be something that I can now see a possibility. Okay, but again, there's still the doubt that might creep in here, like what if they still don't approve, like the publisher, or what if I sell none of these, or what if I invest this money but it still ends up flopping, or what if, right, like our ego will get in there and try to talk us out of maybe something not working. But the universe is showing it is going to work. You're the master magician, and you have everything capable here to produce this. Okay, Virgo and Gemini energy coming through. Hangman, yeah, we see something differently. And with the Hangman, this is about getting enlightened. This is the revelation. This is now, oh, okay, now it makes sense. Now I have the information that I needed. Now I can tweak what I was doing because I see it differently. I now understand something different that I wasn't seeing before. You know, and now we could take the information and what we now know so that we can engage differently here. And I do feel it's because of a conversation or something that happens that's fated to bring this awareness to your attention. But we have to be present and aware, okay, in order to catch what this is. So we have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. So something that I feel in the past didn't work in some way, like it made us feel like maybe the album wasn't good enough, the book was not, I don't know, what it was supposed to be. Like we felt Five of Pentacles because something didn't work, and maybe it never even got to that point. It's just we were Five of Pentacles saying I could never even finish this thing, you know, because I'm too wrapped up in something else. Like it brought this feeling of disappointment, and it kind of kept you believing that something wouldn't happen, or that it wasn't meant to happen for you, or that there was nothing you could do to get to, this one sliding off, to the next stage. And I feel like now you're kind of freed of this thought, because now you see the possibility. Now you're no longer feeling like, you know, no one wants to publish my book, no one likes my art, no one wants to engage, like there's no other creative studio I can engage with, or now I guess I got to focus on my 9 to 5, which I was wanting to, I don't know, like open up my business, or I thought I'd have the financial means for this, and now I'm kind of stuck in some way. So you're no longer in that, whatever the thing was that was restricting. And for some of you guys, it could certainly be the practical, material, financial, monetary support. So we could have somebody come in here that says, hey, I'll fund you, you know, or hey, there's grants available for this, like something that now makes it work. Like maybe we needed a studio close to home because of how geographically we might have needed to be close to, I don't know, home or kids' school, or something that now becomes available. Now we see property that's available, the right size, you know, that we can now have our business that's, I don't know, close by home, and it's affordable, and you know, something happens here, I think, that now makes something very possible in a practical way that was not. Okay, very interesting. Now we have Three of Pentacles. Yeah, look at this. Okay, so we now can create the thing here with the other entity. So now we now have the other business partner. We now have the right studio. We now have the resource. We now can take the missing thing, I feel here, whatever that was missing, okay, the agreement, the contract, the money that was required to invest, or the investors, or the angel investors, or publisher, whatever the thing is here, to create our now product. Okay, so we work with another partner, entity, whatever this thing is, that we can now create our project. We can now create our creation, and it's coming real. Okay, it's becoming real with the pentacles. It's actually a tangible thing here that we could sell a service, we could sell a product, we could sell, or we could engage, or the prototype is now in front of us. It's no longer just some thought or belief that's never going to happen. Knight of Cups. This is the passion and the creativity that we engage with this, something we still love and that we still feel for. Okay, so whatever this is, I think is something, yeah, like you feel for. It's coming from your creative, like, soul space here. Okay, it's something that really speaks to you and your creativity with this soul and soul time. And I feel like this is sometimes enough driver for us to engage. You know, if we're not loving what we're doing or passionately pulled, we become sort of watered down, and sort of like that feeling I was feeling at the beginning of the reading, that you were just kind of in someone else's rat race or filling out someone else's dream or creation. But now it's like you being able to invest your creation in this thing so you could produce it and come out of the state that it's not possible or could never come off the ground. The moon. So moon is emotions. Okay, we have it right under the Knight of Cups. But the moon sometimes is we're not seeing something clearly. And in the moonlight, we might have a lot of fear. You know, we might see something that's not true. And it could spook us. And it could determine our next action. So I feel like with the courage and the moon here, and even with this turkey, because I'm feeling like this is the past coming in to be loud in her voice. Like, oh, but we tried this in the past and it didn't work. Or we were foolish, or we invested and it went sideways, or the past is creeping in here as a thought. Okay, and it's trying to create, the ego kind of creates something here. This is very natural, where we start to second guess, or we start to feed in that thought, and then we could slowly feed energetically that idea, and it prevents us from completely like trusting in our own ability here to manifest. Okay, so we have to be aware when the ego's coming in, because I feel like it's trying to create a version of something here that's not absolutely true. So we need to face this. You know, if we start to feel fear or doubt, or maybe we can't, or what if the past happens again, like we have to push in the face of the fear and say, this is just the illusion, the fear talking. This is just me thinking in my mind that I'm going to recreate something that's not going to work. But if I want the abundance, I have to lean into this abundance, and I have everything here capable, you know. And if things don't go super smooth, the first thing the ego might do is say, see, I told you it wasn't going to work, or create that little thing of doubt here. But we could say, yes, this was the first step I was needing to take in order for me to keep going in a direction here that I know is going to manifest proper for me. And what I'm seeing here is built on fear, you know. And especially the more emotionally charged you are with this thing, like the more passion you feel towards it, the more love and connecting with your emotions, the more we're driven by emotions, and we could just make foolish decisions, you know. We could just make foolish decisions all of a sudden. I feel like, again, with the retreat coming in here, I feel like the downtime you get from whatever is going on in your life right now is going to be a big blessing here. The biggest blessing. Because I feel like whatever this downtime is, I think for a lot of you guys, it could certainly be the vacation, or just your step away from your everyday world. Okay, that's kind of awakens you to, let the wake-up call awakens you to this thing again. Okay, I say again because I do feel like it was on the table at some point, whether it was just an idea, it's still something that was in your understanding at some point, but it never really got manifested here. Okay, so are we acting out of fear and doubt, or are we saying what I see here might be just my own fears projecting? Because abundance coming through very strong with the ladybug and these koi fish here is all about abundance. Okay, which is the manifestation is going to bring in the abundance that you were wanting in this project. But we have to push through any fear and doubt as something that the mind might be creating. So here we have temperance. This is balance, and this is turning lead into gold, you know? So the thing that couldn't be the thing because it was missing an ingredient, I feel here. This is working with the perfect partner, the perfect producer, the perfect location, the thing that's going to work with me in a way that can create, okay? Like perfect harmony. Whatever was missing from this project, whatever you needed that wasn't there is now coming into your grasp, okay, to make this happen. Again, you got to take the key and make it happen. But I feel like that's the thing that now becomes available and open to you so you can use it and create with it. Beautiful energy. Sagittarius energy coming through. Pisces energy coming through. Pisces again. And then Virgo and Gemini energy. So we have Empress. Look at that. You are birthing something new. Empress. Okay. Abundance again coming through. Like we said, abundance, abundance, abundance. And I know we use abundance very regularly in the spiritual world, but abundance is wealth, and whatever wealth means to you in unlimited supply, okay? Financial wealth, material wealth, creative wealth. It opens the door here to something that's flowing in for you. So you're birthing this project, this baby becomes your creation, you know, and I feel like it brings you into your power. The Empress is divine feminine energy in her power. If you hear the geese outside, my window is open. So I feel like we are able to lean into the creative love that we feel for this thing. You know, it's the driving force here for us to manifest, like we're actually now manifesting this thing into reality. And it doesn't feel like grinding, and it doesn't feel like we have to go and chase and struggle and force and put in all this energy and strife in order to make it happen. Energy. I feel like it's something that's so natural. It flows so well. Everything goes according to divine guidance. You know, it's like it's the perfect time here to sign that contract, or for that right person to come along, and for the right amount of money to be loaned, and the right situation to flow, and doors opening very naturally, and we're not needing to fight anything. It just seems so natural. Very beautiful energy I'm feeling here. And then we have the star. Look at that. You guys, you saw me shuffling this thing. I couldn't even write it to myself. Your dream come true. The wish, the vision you had for yourself, for the future, that book deal, that's whatever that business thing was, that how I envisioned me living my life, my soul purpose, what it was that I imagined in my mind or dreamed about as, you know, for the longest time, that I wanted to create, and I wanted to solely invest my energy in this thing. It never became a reality. It seemed like a distant hope I could never really attain. You know, I just thought of it, and it left me feeling even more disappointed in life, because I could see it but I couldn't attain it. And now I feel like this is actually a possibility for me, and not only is it possible, it's most likely happening here, because I'm now aligning everything towards this dream. It's now turning it from a non-manifestation to a manifestation. And everything I'm needing here to create this thing is now within my available reach. Okay, despite, again, the doubts and the fears, it's still something that we're able to create. Now we have 2 healing cards, and I feel like the healing to me is showing something in the past here that made us feel like it created some level of doubt, you know, in ourselves, or something we did that we might have to just let go of. That whatever, like we could say, well, I invested poorly at some point, or I made a wrong decision, or there was something that I carried, but we have to release that. Okay, let's not beat ourselves up over what didn't work, or what, of course we got to learn our lessons, you know, but when we start to project it into what we're dealing with now, we start to magnify doubt, and it creeps in there and starts to make us do decisions we wouldn't otherwise do. So is this aligned with my vision? Is this aligned with getting me closer to what I want? Does it seem as though, you know, I'm having to force and coerce, or is this something that's flowing naturally? Then I can trust the universe is going to bring me. Faded thing here, okay? Faded with the Jupiter here. Faded meaning it's all aligning, and it's smooth flow. Okay, so I don't know. Do you have like a vacation coming up? Is there a break in your everyday sort of thing here? And I feel like it might not even be like a week off of work or a break, like a retreat so much that you pull away. I feel like this is a break as in you normally, I don't know, like go, you know, drive to work or you do your same routine every day. And this specific day, I feel like you do something different. It's like I normally do this, but instead I stopped at the park because it looked so nice. Or, you know, I normally, I don't know, like go straight home, but this time I ended up, I don't know, like taking the longer way home, or I ended up stopping somewhere, you know, to catch a breath or get a coffee or something. Like it's something that you do that's with the retreat here that is a pause in your routine that brings you to the present moment. And then there is an encounter here, and I do feel it's someone with the experience or with the understanding or with the knowledge, because older man, I feel like they have the information or they have the thing that sparks your awakening, your revelation, your understanding of something here. Okay, and then it's like, haha, that makes a whole lot of sense to me. Maybe I should go dig this up again or do whatever it was that I got triggered into understanding differently here. But you have to take that step, okay? But it's beautiful, and the cards are supporting this message. I know it's a very unique message. It's not maybe for everyone, but this will be something that resonates for you on some level, okay? Because I feel like whoever this person I'm reading and tapped into here, it's been a watered down sort of, I don't know, like last little while here, because we're feeling deflated. We're not seeing that we could align to this thing anymore because of what's happened in the past. And so we've given up, and this could be past. Like, so I don't see timing. The only timing I see is divine timing, okay? And this sort of break in our routine, this need to be present, and this is the next major blessing. And I feel like it's a major blessing because it opens the door here to the next phase of life. It is your, you know, if this is the publishing deal, then it's where you make your, like, where you make your entry into the world of book writing, you know, where you get recognized as the person in that field. This is where your whatever takes off, where you get the recognition here for whatever this is. The thing comes to life, okay? It actually manifests here for you. So this is what I see. Pile 1. I hope this resonated for you. It's beautiful, and I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous. Pick number 2. You picked the green palm stone with the bug. I don't know what kind of bug that is, but it is beautiful. We're going to put it right here, right beside the cloud. All right, so pre-shuffled oracle cards, I've not looked at them. We are asking Spirit for your next major blessing, okay? And hopefully we get an idea of timeline, although because energy is not linear here, we might not know exactly when this is happening, but it's the next major blessing that's going to impact your life. So let's take a look at what this is. And I do ask you to use your own intuition, what you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether this is your pile or not. If you do not want to sit through the intuition tune-in, you can go straight away to your reading. Main reading timestamp will be in the description box and in the pinned comments below. Let's take a look. So we have curiosity with 19, or the number 10. And we have a beautiful butterfly here, and a cocoon, a chrysalis here, and a caterpillar. Interesting. Okay, let's keep going. Curiosity. We have metamorphosis. Oh my goodness, you guys, there's a metamorphosis happening for sure with this butterfly. Number 2, it says, like the caterpillar that emerges from its cocoon, you're about to get your wings. Oh my goodness. Isn't that something amazing? I've not looked at these cards at all, but I do find it very fascinating how they're tied into one another. So 2 is all about a balance. It's duality, it's choices. Okay. And 10 is all about completions and end of cycles. It's also about transformation. My throat chakra is getting tight. We have some water here. All right. We have 10 again. Trust and forgiveness. It's time for you to let down your guard and learn to trust again. And we have 9 with Archangel Michael. Wow. Look at these children here. Archangel Michael. I'm getting truth coming through very strong here. Yes, so throat chakra is coming through here. And we have the sun, happiness and well-being. Beautiful. Sun is Leo energy, divine masculine energy. And we have tulip, great passion. Wow, look at that. And the sun gives life to flowers and plants and all things. Beautiful. We have spirit of wisdom. Okay. And we have respect. You value everyone's unique perspective on the path to love. And we have growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Beautiful. And we have flourish. Oh my gosh, you guys, all these cards are just so beautiful. And we have coherence with 13. 13 is a transformation, metamorphosis, death card in the tarot. Okay, it's all about the transformation and the new rebirth. So coherence. The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality that we desire. Beautiful. Scorpio energy coming through. Oops, we have action. Here's the light and the dark. Okay, this is the balance again, the duality coming through. This is the masculine and feminine energy. The dark and the lights. Action. Okay, number 17 or the number 8. And we have boundary. Boundary. And we have 19. So we have 2 19s. 1919. I want to Google that angel number. It says falling angel, spiritual narcolepsy. Okay. We have play. 3 people playing in a slide here. We have mushrooms, interconnectedness. And we have seek. Beautiful. And we have the frog, 17, or the number 8. 2 17s. So 17, 17, 19, 19. You might want to Google those. Okay, the frog's about clearing the clutter in our life. Removing things that no longer serve us. So, your message, you guys, is very clear. Okay, the next major blessing here. I feel like you're amidst this major transformation in your life. It's so profound that I don't think you could ever go back to who you were in the past. And I feel like this is a newfound love of self, a new true self that you now can stand behind, you know. So if you were an unconfident type person, or if there was any sort of lack in your ability or worthiness or what you've experienced in the past, it's no longer going to impact you. You're now your biggest ally. Your truth and acceptance of self, I think, here is going to lead you to a whole new experience in life. So this is going to impact your relationships, how you show up, your own self-speak. I feel there's a balanced energy coming from you, an acceptance of self. I feel like your inner child is something that you're working closely with, now has a voice. Your creativeness is coming out. Your talents are coming out, your beauty's coming out, and this is very visible to those around you, and it's something that now becomes like this beautiful thing that you're able to embrace and see. So if you've ever fought with yourself, or you had conflicting thoughts, or you doubted certain aspects of you, or suppressed or denied certain things within you, or just there were things here that might have really limited you in life here, I feel like it's no longer going to be a thing. Okay, like I feel as though you are coming into some self-acceptance, self-awareness, and this allows you to engage very differently with the people in your life that might have caused conflict, that you could have been conflicted with, or that it just wasn't flowing. So now it becomes harmony. It becomes you being the master of your own life here, you being in charge, no one else dictating where you're going and what's happening here. And I feel like this is a big change in your life in regards to how you engage with everything, because we're in relationship with everything. So this is connecting to a deeper spiritual, more authentic self here that I feel you've either just haven't been in touch with in the past because it hasn't made itself visible to you, or at least it's taken a lot of work maybe for you to uncover and align with something here. It's been very difficult maybe to see a truth about yourself. So I feel like there's a lot of compassion, grace, forgiveness, and believing in self. But I feel this is also extended to those around you. And now things start to shift where relationships were stuck, or where things seemed at odds, or where things weren't aligned with truth. There's now a mutual understanding, respect, love, grace, forgiveness, kindness. Where it was difficult, there's now play. Where there was resistance, there's now acceptance. It's very balanced here, and I feel like things start to flow. You start to feel empowered to take action, that you don't feel like things are stuck, or that the universe has control over every single thing to the point where you don't know if you have any control over your own life or your actions here, because you felt very much in a whirlwind of the universe or other people or just situations, circumstances, been very overwhelming. And now you're free. I feel like there's a liberation here, and you can engage however you engage here and trust everything that you're sort of doing here from a place of authenticity and love. And I feel like it's an unconditional open heart space here, which is absolutely beautiful. And I feel like it's also because you've experienced a profound lesson. So you've come out of some sort of karmic lesson or some sort of painful thing that's made you see things differently. But I feel like now you can see, now you're empowered, now you can nurture yourself in a way here that feels very loving and accepting and warm. And I feel like the things that were mismatched just fall away. They're no longer getting in your way. And so I feel like this opens the door to a journey of more discovery, okay? Like, because now you're free to go discover and do whatever you want here. But I feel like it's joy. It's no longer feeling heavy or burdened or sad or restricted. It's now nothing's holding me back and people aren't getting in my way. And I feel very confident in my ability to lay boundaries where I need. But I can also feel myself sort of growing and knowing and glowing, I feel here, okay? Like just people wanting to be around you. Like there's an understanding that you now have, that you now see, that now guides you, and it feels very natural and it feels very good. So we're not driven by guilt or shame or restrictions or limitations or doubts. It's an open heart energy. And I feel like it drives your passion. It is driving your actions, is driving the magnetic energy that's being pulled from other people towards you. And I feel is pure love and joy and innocent. And yeah, it really connects here. We have the children, we have play, is a very innocent, beautiful sort of energy here. We have the horses running wild. This is about freedom, independence, horsepower. It's being empowered. Divine masculines taking charge, being empowered. Okay, like coherence is enlightenment, seeing the sun now. We're now no longer in spiritual narcolepsy because we now see the truth of who we are. We now accept who we are. We might have been trying to find ourselves. We might have been trying to, like, who are we and why we feel certain ways, or feeling lost at sea in some way. And now it's like we could just support our own growth. We now release things that were no longer helping or getting in the way. We now respect ourselves and those around us in regards to the journey that we're now going towards here. Okay, so let's get a little bit more. I want to get a little bit more here in regards to this major blessing for pile 2, Spirit. What is this next major life blessing that's coming in for pile 2? Anything I've missed, anything that they might be questioning, any indication on timeline for pile number 2, Spirit, please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile 2. I'm so blessed. Thank you so much, Spirit, and thank you so much, pile 2, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I am truly blessed. Thank you so much. Anything I've missed, further clarity in regards to this major blessing, Spirit. Thank you so much. I'm feeling that one. All right, so don't read bottom of the deck in reverse. We have 4 Pentacles and we have Page of Wands in reverse. Okay, so I feel like we were fairly restricted in the situation that we're coming from, okay? So you might feel this way right now. It's like very limited because the bit that we do have, we're making do with, but we feel like we can't come out of that state that we're in to feel free, to feel liberated. It seems like we're always kind of playing catch up, or we're trying to maintain some sort of stability. We're trying to maintain a level of security. We're trying to maintain something, okay? And I feel like we go from this energy of having to make happen to something just sort of being birthed and happening, and we just have to witness it in some way. Here we have the sun again, right underneath, okay? Sun's the most positive card in the tarot. The sun is coming. It is going to shine light here without any effort. The sun just shines light. It doesn't strain to shine light. Okay, when we strain to hang on, when we strain to do something, it's not natural like light. Light just happens here, this spiritual narcolepsy. I feel like we now become illuminated with some clarity here, that we now realize, where are we held back in life? Where are we the sort of stick in the mud, or a mindset or an action of ours had become the thing that limited us? You know, we now see it, so we can engage differently. We now see differently, and things start to shift. You know, we're no longer in a lack mindset or a miserly mindset or a held back mindset. We're now able to see the truth of the light, and we don't fear. We can still find stability, but we don't have to force, coerce, or struggle to maintain it. Okay, because I feel like this held us back from enjoying life and being able to explore certain parts, aspects of ourselves, because we were too focused on losing out, or the thing here that we couldn't let go of, or that had control over us. Okay, so what do we have? Ace of Wands in reverse. It's kind of giving me this Page of Wands in reverse, okay? So I feel like right now you might feel very restricted and restrained, incapable of having a new beginning that feels passionate, that sparks you, that ignites you, that brings the joy, the passion, the fun, the play, because we're too pulled into something else that we'd rather not be in, you know, but it has control over us in some way, or we feel it does. Okay, but the truth of the matter is, how much are we involved in this? What is our responsibility and accountability in this engagement? We now understand our own responsibility. We now accept some sort of greater truth here with Archangel Michael, because we can see ourselves and accept ourselves differently. So we start to engage differently. Relationships, like I said, change. Doors start to open where they were closed before, where we were very narrow-minded, or where we only saw the same. We now can see different things. Something is ignited here, okay, in a different way that I feel has been blocked. So we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. Yeah, something comes to light now. We now see this, the spiritual narcolepsy. I feel like we might have been in the dark, you know, and maybe not purposefully, but sometimes in the subconscious, we have things hidden. We can't see our own subconscious, and it's hidden to us. And so we self-sabotage. We start to do things out of subconscious without realizing that it's actually impacting our everyday life, or it's keeping us held back, or it's not aligning us with the best possible truth or version. So instead of being Seven of Swords, we're now coming out of this. We're now seeing the truth with Archangel Michael, the truth of who we are. We're now awakened to who we are. Everything's starting to appear very clear. Coherence. It makes sense. Everything, like our own actions, the way we see ourselves, the way we engage, the people around us. We're no longer making stories or trying to, I don't know, do something here that isn't aligned. So it feels freeing. It feels very liberating here. I love this energy. Queen of Swords, yeah. This is boundaries. This is no bullshit. This is being very clear. Coherence. Okay, this is also Archangel Michael, truth. It's like wisdom, truth, wisdom. Okay, so we have truth, we have wisdom, we have the sun, coherence. It's like being clear, being certain, wise. Yeah, very, very, very empowered energy here coming from this Queen of Swords. This is also Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. The Hermit, Virgo energy. So the journey of the Hermit is where we are able to really be honest with ourselves, okay? And it leads us to the path of enlightenment. It leads us to the truth, because we can unbiasedly sit with ourselves and reflect, you know, but when we see it differently, we now gain better understanding of our subconscious. We now understand situations clearer. We now can accept certain truths about ourselves. We now see it differently. So therefore, on the outside, we act differently because of our realizations of what's going on inside. The biggest challenge is seeing what's going on in the subconscious. Yeah, I feel like you had something in the subconscious here. Okay, I see the moon, and I see this kind of as the match, or the candle in the dark was out. I see this as the subconscious. We don't see the deception. It's not making itself clear. Okay, and now we're now making it clear, because we're now going to light the spark. We're going to light the spark in the dark to see something that we couldn't see, so that we now can be led towards what actually is aligned for us. It feels like it's in flow, and it feels like we're empowered to see clearly and act in truth. And everything that we've experienced is now in play, because we can utilize this to make better decisions, to be honest with ourselves, to recognize where we're kind of getting in our own way, or in a lack mindset here. Okay, that's maybe creating the same types of roadblocks in our life, same types of relationships, same types of things that just seem restricting. I feel like there's something feeling very restricting in your life right now. Okay, that's you're coming into awareness of that. You're going to liberate yourself. And with this action, I feel like you're being called to take action, but different type of action that you can now take confidently. You take action. It frees you. Okay, it brings balance to you. You're no longer held back or stuck in some world that seemed like it had you hostage in some way. 8 Cups in reverse. Yeah, I feel like whatever you were emotionally sort of invested in here had a hold of you. It wasn't allowing you to move. And you might have felt like it's too difficult to walk away, pull away, engage differently here. And so I feel like the sun is coming out. Look at this. This guy's looking at the sun. Okay, because I feel like wherever we were in the dark, the sun's coming out to say, hey, pile 2, you can now see something differently here. You don't have to be amongst the 8 Cups. You can enjoy your 9th cup here. Okay, so I feel like you're going to be coming out of restriction here, okay, because you're seeing it differently. You're no longer in a sleep mode here, because maybe you were an autopilot, or maybe there was just something that was hidden in the subconscious. Again, spiritual narcolepsy. In the subconscious, we didn't see our own accountability or our own action here. It was blind to us. We were blind to our own ability to be empowered to act. Knight of Wands. Yeah, now where we were Ace of Wands, Page of Wands reverse, we're now taking action. Okay, and I feel like this action is something freeing and liberating. It's like we no longer have to be so concerned with consequence, and just act from a place of passion, freedom, liberation. It's exciting. It's a very fast energy, but it's like no consequence. Like, I feel like we've learned from the past. We're now free. We're now able to follow our passion. We now have this spark where we felt restrained or we couldn't act, and now it's a great feeling of excitement. I feel like there's this rejuvenation, this excitement that you're able to follow through with here, but it is based on an understanding and wisdom that you've experienced in the past. So there is no fear in exploring whatever this is now. You know, there's no mindset that I have to be in a certain way, or I have to do certain things here, or that I'm at the mercy of other things. That doesn't creep in here anymore, because we've shed the light on the shadow. 2 Wands. Yeah, so wherever you're at a crossroads, Because I feel like maybe you're at a crossroads here, you know, and it was easier to stick with the thing we knew. It was easier to allow ourselves to let fear or lack get in the way of making different decisions, choosing paths that might have seemed more difficult, or just like, but I can't because of whatever sort of train of thought we had. So we stayed with the thing that made us feel emotionally unsatisfied. We tried to support something that just wasn't fulfilling. And now we make the decision to say, you know what, I don't have to be at the mercy of the crossroads. I don't have to choose the thing that makes me feel lack or uncomfortable or emotionally dissatisfied. I can choose for myself because I see now my path, and nobody has control over this. I am, you know, I am the creator here. I am the person who's going to bring in what I want to see in front of me. This isn't going to come from someone else. This isn't going to come if I remain held back or stuck. This is only going to come, the I am, the creation, when I take action, accountability, allow myself to free myself. You know, this is a massive change. Massive change. So I'm going to pull 3 cards here because I do feel like there might be a little bit more. Anything I've missed, spirits, for pile number 2 that they're needing to know. 3 more cards. Any questions they might still have. Anything I've missed. Further clarity with this beautiful energy for pile 2. This major blessing coming in. This massive change. 3 more cards, spirits. Thank you so much. We have the 7 of Wands in reverse. We have the Temperance, Sagittarius energy in reverse. And we have the 4 of Cups in reverse. Okay, pile 2. So, I feel like there was a struggle here, okay? Like, definitely, like, fighting for every single thing that we might have wanted. We had to, it was like us against the world, all these obstacles and all of this stuff that we no longer need to fight. Like, there's no more of a fight here, okay? We're not needing to prove ourselves. We're not needing to stand up for anything, protect our territory, stand up for all of the things that we feel we need to fight for or believe in. It's a natural flow here. So I feel like there was a lot of imbalance, and I feel like, you know, we were having to, I don't know, like really fight for everything here in order to attain something. And so I feel like there's now an understanding that I don't need to fight for anything, that the balance is now within me, that I am able to understand the masculine, the feminine, the dark, the light. Like we said, there was the duality here with the horses. Okay, I was feeling duality. So we're now understanding where we have the balance from within us, where we can take a look at parts that were unhealed in our subconscious, where we are the, again, the creator of our sort of universe here. And we go from feeling emotionally dissatisfied and like, why isn't the universe providing to me? Like, you know, why do I feel like I'm, I don't know, looking from the inside out and feeling disappointed? Like, this is the boredom card, disappointment, seeing what we don't have and feeling left out. And sometimes it's just, you know, we're cursing the universe because we're not seeing what's in front of us and the blessing. And here's the Ace of Cups. So this is love. This is unconditional love. This is the universe giving us self-love, self-worth, seeing things differently, being able to accept this cup, no longer focused on the things that don't matter, no longer engaged in certain things here that are not fulfilling. Okay, because we were 8 of Cups. We're now finding that 9th cup. Okay, so we're at an 8 cups, emotionally bored, and now the 9th cup, the universe is like, here, you have the control and the power to be 9 cups, which is your own emotional fulfillment. Okay, so we're getting out of this 4 cup state. Okay, because we cannot create the gold in our life. We cannot create the balance in our life. We cannot create the harmony in our life if our mindset is held back or in lack mindset here. Okay, held back by circumstance, mind things, circumstances of relationships, or just all these things that we can make reasons for being held back. Okay, we can make excuses, reasons, we can talk about it till the cows come home, but until we recognize where the universe is handing us that cup, then we can start to take action. Then we can start to find balance. Then we start to get fired up here. I feel this is your next major blessing. Big change in the way you see things, engage with things, and this opens the door to a complete shift in everything around you, your life, your relationships, your circumstances, and it brings this beautiful new blessing upon you. Okay, so beautiful pile number 2. I love this reading for you. I hope this resonated, and I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, hello, my most beautiful pile number 3. You guys pick the white heart palm stone here, and we are looking at your next major blessing. Okay, so not just a big blessing here, but the next major blessing. So I don't know with timelines when this will be. Hopefully we get an indicator here, but I did ask Spirit for the next major blessing in your life, and we got these oracle cards. So I've not looked at them. So in order to tune into your intuition, I will be laying out these cards so your intuition can tune into mine, and we can do this together. If you want to jump straight away to your reading, you can click on the timestamp for the main reading to take you there. Otherwise, I do ask that you use your intuition, what you will see, feel, or hear, to determine whether this is your message or not. Okay, so we have 30 with create. Beautiful. Look at that key. Key's all about knowledge and solutions, answers, information. New phase of life. 30 with create. Okay, 3 is all about creation. 3 is about growth and relationships and initial success. We have 9 with hidden treasure. You have brilliant untapped potential just waiting to be explored. Wow. If you guys hear sirens, my window's open. It's very hot in this room. Number 4 with the void. You may be covering up the emptiness or pain within through an addiction. The void as the sirens get louder and louder. We have number 6, the divine physician. Look at that. Healing hands. Energy light coming from the hands here, providing healing. Okay, and we have key. Oh my goodness, you guys. Successful outcome to your problems. There's that key. And it looks very familiar. Look, or familiar, similar. We see the prongs here. It's kind of very similar to the prongs here. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I'll do that. Very similar. Okay, wow. Key. Now we don't put too much word into or too much weight into the words so much as the energy that comes through here, okay? V, victory in some endeavor. Okay. Shaman of reflections. Transformation. You use the power of love to move through illusions and shift into awareness. Wow. And we have fear. I realize that I am testifying my resolve to live in the energy of love. And we have second chakra with the sacral. Wow. Sacral is where we house all our emotions. Lots of blocks in sacral chakra. When we are unhealed, when we have traumas, because we store a lot of our emotional blocks here. This is about intimacy and sensuality with the sacral chakra. Trust. And we have the root chakra, more lower chakras here. The frequency of root chakra, the red flower of life, stimulates passion and supports our sense of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies as well as in the physical world. This is talking to me about addictions, okay? A very instinctual sort of energy that comes through with the root chakra, like a need to feel safe, a need to overcome habits, instinctual sort of energy here. So we have 2 lower chakras here. Masculine energies coming through. And we have women holding a coin, 42, or the number 6. Okay, a black cat. And we have womb. Interesting. Womb, feminine energy now with the woman holding a heart in the womb. And we have freedom. Whoops. So we have a lady on a bird here. This bird looks like a dove. Dove's all about freedom. Or sorry, it's all about peace. And birds are about freedom. White's about purity. We have sky writing with the fates, 49. or the number 13. 13 is about transformation. It's the Death card in the tarot. Scorpio energy coming through, and the Fates is giving me Wheel of Fortune, a divine intervention here. And then we have another bird here. This looks like a swift or a swallow, number 4, but it's flying in the same direction. It's kind of nosediving. Number 4. 4 is all about structure, foundation, stability, planning. It is the Emperor, and it is also the Death card in the tarot. Okay, let me sit with this energy here, okay? Before I get into your reading, you can click on the timestamp to take you directly to the reading. Okay. Pile 3. Next major blessing. I feel like you've been battling certain things here, and it could be either an addiction, overcoming some sort of habitual way that feels very limiting or restricting, and it wasn't bringing in full abundance. So we might have been missing out on a creation here of something that could stand the test of time. It could have really limited everything around us, okay? Like the people around us, the physical things around us, like where we live, how we live, the joy that we can take away from material things, or just things in general here, because I feel like something's been sucking your energy from you. And it's been difficult to overcome this, feeling almost like that's the way you were supposed to live, or that was something that had your energy, okay? And I feel like this is about to change, okay? Because I feel like maybe in the past we've wanted to change, or we just weren't sure how to change, or we were really controlled by what this was. And now I feel like you're in control and in charge of your action, and it's precise and it works, and it's very direct towards freeing you from this thing, okay? Like I feel like if you've tried to quit smoking, for example, many times, and just always led to the same thing, I feel like you're about to do this for one last final time here. Like you've been able to overcome this thing. But I feel like this is a big hindrance that maybe is bigger than quitting smoking, okay? Like I feel like it is, and it could be a culmination of things that led to another. But I do feel like if it's addictions, then it's like, you know, addicted to a lifestyle here that doesn't allow me to progress in certain ways, you know, like you were needing healing from certain actions that you might have felt very stuck in taking, or very repetitive in taking, or the things that you were creating here was more of the same, and it felt very limiting and restricting. I do feel as though there is feminine energy coming through here as a guide in some way. Now this could be a divine intervention here, bringing your feminine energy up in a way that allows you to find some sort of balance here within self, in a way that allows you to move past this. But I do feel for most of you guys, it feels like some help coming in here with the feminine energy, okay? Like I don't know, like maybe somebody who offers us a safe place here to overcome this. I feel like you see something differently, because now you're blessed with someone or something around you that helps to support this transformation. And so because we have the root chakra and sacral chakra, I feel like whatever had your immediate sort of engagement here is no longer has the same pull. And I feel like you can now have more power in overcoming decisions by seeing a greater purpose within yourself. Because I don't know if someone believes in you, to the point where it now allows you to see the belief in self. Yeah, I feel like you're kind of being rescued here. You know, you feel very blessed and rescued. It's like divine intervention by putting this person in your world, you know, or understanding and seeing something differently because of your now acceptance of something here is different, and your whole world sort of changes with the fates here. Like, so your future and your destiny is different than what you might have thought, you know, because I feel like you might have thought, okay, now I'm destined to just suffer. I'm destined to always maybe keep repeating this sort of life in which it wasn't allowing me to build or to establish more, or to think of myself as someone who could have more, attain more, be more, enjoy more, be in control more of certain things that seem to have a control over me, you know. And so there might have been a lot of actions based on immediate decisions, self-gratifying in a way here, that would cover up certain pains, but then in the long run be more painful or more distracting. So I feel like you're being reborn here as somebody who now can move past this, and I feel like you're being supported by the universe. I feel like it's a motherly energy here, you know, and it could come through, like I said, in way of a person, or just the universe is now flowing through you, a divine feminine energy that allows a soft place for you to do the healing. It feels very comfortable, safe. It allows you to reflect. It allows you to be open to the universe to make the change. And I feel like your actions are going to be very direct to make an impact in your life. It's no longer being waffling or steered by fear or impulses or negativity or thought patterns that might have been stuck, or emotions that needed to be reflected and healed upon, that were driving a lot of the unhealthy actions, unhealthy decisions, reactionary things, you know, where under the subconscious here, we were doing this because of a maybe lack of self-worth. Maybe we didn't understand our great value or purpose, you know, and then only when our eyes are open to this beautiful energy within us, because we are loved by another, because we see the beauty in another, we experience Mother Nature in some way, that we then connect and say, aha, like it's within me. Healing is within me. I can be the healer that I need for myself. I can now be the one that's going to make these changes. I am the healer here in my own life. I am the creator in my own life. I now see my potential here because I understood something within me wasn't healed or wasn't acting right, because it was driven by other things that needed to be thrown away because they were just getting in the way. Okay, like, we don't have to peel back layers and layers and layers of the trauma. Once we shed the light on understanding that there is trauma, or there is a negative pattern, or there is something that controls us, we just have to be aware, and slowly it loses its power. Slowly the light we shine on that fear and doesn't intensify the fear. It now makes the fear clear. It now sheds light on fear. It no longer could be fear when there's light on it. We become more enlightened. We understand it. We understand it as a trauma, so it no longer controls us. The fear doesn't control us. The pain doesn't control us. The action doesn't control us. Okay, but I feel like we've been engaged in things that have been controlling us, and it's numbing us from dealing with certain things, and now we don't need to go down that path anymore. Okay, so we're going to ask for more here, so we can see what Spirit is showing us. Spirit, clear and concise message here for the greatest and highest good of beautiful pile number 3. Is there anything more in regards to this major blessing? I feel like this has been a really big hindrance in your life here, okay? So this isn't your pile if it's just something you've been trying to, I don't know, like maybe lose weight here for vanity reasons. Like maybe you've been really impacted by weight, you know, or really impacted by your an unhealthy eating disorder, or really impacted by the way you engage in relationship, or really impacted by not building structure for yourself because of an addiction, or feeling at the mercy of everything has been sort of I don't know, feeling very heavy on yourself, you know, feeling like you let yourself down is what I feel here. No longer, and I feel like you're no longer not only not going to let yourself down, but I feel like you're going to inspire a lot of other people here through your action. It's going to heal others, okay? That's the greatest gift here, is because not only do you heal self, but I feel like it heals others by witnessing you. It's really beautiful. So, Spirit, what am I missing here for pile number 3? What is this major blessing? Anything I've missed? Any questions they might have? Any timelines we might have here? Ace of Wands. I don't read bottom of the deck in reverse. And Temperance. Interesting. These two came out for pile 2. So, balance. Inspired action. New beginning. Masculine, feminine coming into harmony. We're now able to create. We're now able to heal. Okay, this is turning lead into gold, coming from a very low place to now be able to create something. So there is an inspiration here, and I feel as though either it's someone or Mother Nature giving you this like a fated intervention here by putting this person or this experience or this understanding in your world now that you're able to have a new beginning here. And I feel you're fired up about this. It no longer becomes, oh my God, like I gotta lose weight or I gotta quit this thing. Like it's now a reason to live is kind of what I hear. Something to live for that actually fires you up, gets you up in the morning, allows you to stay committed to the vision, the light. Okay, you now want to follow the light. You're no longer feeling heavy about having to follow the light or being tempted by the darkness or being disappointed by yourself. So therefore you stay in the disappointment. You're now led by the light. Wands, yeah, 2 wands. It's like you make the more difficult decision to follow that path, the fated path, the path that you're actually supposed to really be on here. Because if we choose the other wand, we kind of stay in the comfort zone. We stay in the darkness. We stay in what we've experienced. But when we make the decision to take the other path, the path that's least traveled, it is sometimes more difficult, but we might have not have been ready. And I feel like you might have not have been ready for that path. And so you're about to embark on this journey. Choose the wand, follow the light. That leads you to a different future. It leads you to creating things I don't think you've been able to create in your own life, that I feel give you life, give you spark. Like something to believe in is what I keep hearing. Strength. Look how beautiful. See this lady energy? I feel as though there's something very prized here, like a prized relationship, like a blessing here from the divine, you know, is a person, again, doesn't have to be feminine. I do feel it's feminine energy, but doesn't have to be like born feminine, you know, and I do feel it's in the physical world, but it's just connecting to you, giving you the courage, giving you the strength, a reason to live is here what I'm listening to. Okay, like wherever we had fear, wherever we thought we couldn't, wherever we were steered by things that had a hold on us, devil energies and addictions and unhealthy things, it's like we're now feeling like this lion. Like we now feel we are this lion who can face anything, you know, because we are supported here and we believe in self. We have the courage to take that next step, to choose the difficult path that we thought would be too hard for us. But now we're no longer either cowardly, scared, or making excuses or reasons or living reactionary. We're now inspired to get better. And I feel like it really gains momentum here, okay? Queen of Swords. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, Leo. This is somebody who uses their wisdom in order to get clear and direct. And so I was feeling a very direct energy from this bird taking aim. Okay, it's like it knows what it wants and it takes aim. I feel like you've had a difficult time maybe taking aim in your own life, like being very direct, getting to the goal, getting to a vision, a place. It's been kind of scattered. You've been pulled by these things that had control on you, and now it's like you have the confidence to face anything here, you know, because of your experience, your wisdom, your understanding. And I feel it's clear, it's precise. You're now able to lay boundaries with things that are unhealthy. You've learned from it. You no longer give in to it. It's like, I know what's good for me, what's not, what's clear, what I want. It's no longer this waffling energy of not sure what I want, you know, not certain. You can see it clearly now. Chariot, Victory, moving forward, working with the universe. This is the light and the shadow. Okay, so certain shadow parts of us that was keeping us lopsided or stuck is now broken free. We can now bring the shadow parts of ourselves, accept certain parts of ourselves as being who we might have been in the past, but we're still able to move in a balanced way forward, to have victory in our life. Cancer energy, beautiful forward movement, victory, balance. The Sun, the most powerful card in the tarot. Divine masculine energy. So we're empowered. We see the lights. We can take control of our own sort of path here in a very direct, clear way, a certainty. No longer uncertain, because maybe we were sitting at a crossroads. We might have been humming and hawing. We might have not have been fully sold on something. We now see the light. I keep saying that. We now have a reason to live in bliss and accept our inner child here, you know. So beautiful sunflowers here as well. Yeah, masculine, feminine energy, I feel coming together here, okay? In order to have success and balance, movement, certainty, and see the light. To find the courage within self. 10 swords, yeah. An end to whatever here was holding you back. An end to a lifestyle that was very painful, had control over you. You're able to just put it behind you. Close that chapter. No longer engage. We see differently. You know, we've been enlightened here with a new perspective. We now have clarity, certainty, where the joy is, where the light is, where the new is. And in order to have the new, we have to put an end to something here. And now we have the courage to put an end to this, you know, whatever bad habit it was, whatever mindset was keeping us stuck, whatever kept us humming and hawing or talking us into choosing that other wand, we now put that sort of mindset behind us. So I'm getting summer energy here, okay? I don't know, I'm recording in spring, and I did ask for an indication of timeline. So summer could be a significant season here in which this is happening. So I'm going to ask Spirit for 3 more cards to kind of wrap up this reading. Anything I've missed, anything pile 3 is needing to know. Clear and concise Spirit, thank you so much for this beautiful message. Anything pile 3 is needing to know, any questions they might still have that I can channel for them at this time. For the greatest and highest good. Next major blessing. What more do they need to know, Spirit? Thank you so much. King of Pentacles. This is the most reliable king in the tarot because he's secure, he's financially stable, he is grounded, he has long-term vision. He's no longer pulled by frivolous things, okay? This is commitment, this is father energy, this is planning our future legacy and being very solid financially and just every which way that you could think abundance in your life. And maybe it's been hard for you to find stability, you know, for you to get grounded, for you to be this solid energy. You're coming into being very solid here, okay? Finding a purpose, finding your stability in life, finding abundance for yourself that can grow to something beautiful forever. You found the light. Some confidence within you that's allowing you to get very stable, grounded, and you can rely on yourself, you know? It's beautiful. So, I don't know, I was going to say Germany. That's weird. I don't know. Germany might be important for some of you guys. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. Wow, Germany. Okay. We have 6 of Cups. Look at that. The Fates. I do feel as though some of you guys are certainly coming in contact with a soulmate here. Okay. I do feel as a soulmate energy with the 6 of Cups. It's the soulmate. But this is a very innocent love. This is your inner child being healed. This is a person, place, or thing of the past too that we're now able to understand in a way here that becomes us forgiving any sort of past experience we had. We're able to deal with it in a way here that, you know, isn't at the mercy of what's happened in the past. We kind of reflect on the past here as something we're just able to heal from, you know, inner child healing. But I do feel like there's a soulmate connection here, a soul tie to someone here, an understanding of something faded here that's very innocent, takes us back to childhood, allows us to get inspired and to have a reason to live, you know, a childhood dream, a childhood soul bond connection in some way. I don't know. It fires you up here, you know, to find your grounded purpose. And here we have the Hierophant in reverse. Yes, so I feel like for a lot of you guys have been potentially engaged in a lifestyle that might have not have been really reflective of who you were inside, you know, like inside there was a part of you that knew, a childhood part of you that knew about stability or a long-term thing you wanted to commit to yourself, you know, be this higher level of understanding, this greater purpose, something to commit to, tradition, value, commitment. And I feel like whatever was going on here wasn't aligned to a greater purpose. It wasn't aligned to a deeper understanding of self and inner child. It wasn't supporting who you were supposed to be sort of blossoming into here. And it might have left you feeling very disconnected from self, and like there was nothing to really commit to, or I don't know, like letting certain beliefs or ideologies that got in the way, or things got in the way of your having to commit to something greater than what you were engaged with. So I feel like your whole life is flipping here, okay? Your beliefs in certain things that maybe you believed, hey, I could never build something solid for self, or I'm someone who just became unreliable, or not, I don't know, wanting something greater for myself. So I just engaged in things here that were very, I don't know, like supporting the belief I had here that was unhealthy. You know, but now it's like I tie into something much deeper, much greater here that sees my value, that gives me a reason to be inspired, to move towards it, to change certain beliefs that I might have thought were true about me. So now I can give greater purpose, have greater commitment, dedicate myself to something here, you know, and with clarity, with vision, with purpose, with understanding. I'm getting very certain and true and following this bliss because it makes me happy. But that means I got to put an end to certain ways of being, certain things of my understanding that I was committing to that didn't feel right or is no longer who I am. So maybe at one point it served me. It no longer serves me to believe in what I believed in, because there's something deeper, greater, bringing me back to my childhood, bringing me back to my soul, bringing me back to my destiny. I feel it's soulmate energy coming through here, okay? So, victory with the Chariot. I feel like you're moving towards victory, and it's with certainty and clarity, you know, and taking that dive. And I feel you do this. You take that dive, okay? And I feel like it's with the support of the universe, or with the support of, I don't know, the other side of yourself that might have been dormant, or somebody physically comes in here giving you the inspiration and the drive and the courage and the support and the safe place to be self, to find this without letting yourself down in some way, okay? So, pile 3. This was a beautiful reading. I hope this resonated for you. Leave a like, leave a comment. I'd love to know who this reading was for, and I will see you soon. Bye.